Yeah, I get right to the racks. Then I make that shit back. Run up on me, get shot in the back.
It's Jerry TV, the beautiful being Scott Shot Man, back another dad reaction. Today, Pops, we have the Immortal technique. You ever heard of him?
Yes, I heard of him.
Pops heard of him. That means I probably heard of him too, right? Dance with the Devil. We're familiar with him. I'm not familiar with him. I'm lying. You are more familiar.
I'm more familiar with Immortal technique. He used to come on my Pandora back in the day. This guy's like a warrior, bro, like a rebel to hip hop scene. I believe he might have been on a label briefly, but then he goes at the labels and he's just more aware of what's going on in the culture and the world. He's a very conscious rapper, but he don't hold his tongue back. He kind of tells you what it is. But without taking too much of your time, this is a beautiful channel because we love hip hop on this channel, right?
Yes, sir.
It's the best thing on earth, and we enjoy it. So we cover genre from all over, hip hop all over the world, from UK down to London to Iceland, back to Mexico, California, the Bronx, Uptown, Colorado, Nevada, Chicago, Detroit. Subscribe to the channel, request the content, and then we react.
Join the
we
Discord.
love hip hop, yeah.
Follow our Instagram too. Hit up Pops. Pops reacts.
Hit me up. DM me, yo.
Word. It's Jerry TV. Somewhere to it.
Yeah, you might catch me walking around Harlem like, what up?
Nah, word. No, we're talking.
I'm 67 years old. He's 17 years old.
Harlem. Oh shit.
Oh shit. Speaking of Harlem.
This is the official video, I believe.
125th, you heard? Catch me on 127th.
And what?
7. Damn, man.
I once knew a nigga whose real name was William. His primary concern was making $1 million. Being the illest hustler that the world ever seen. He used to fuck movie stars and sniff coke in his dreams. A corrupted young mind at the age of 13. Nigga never had a father and his mom was a fiend. She put the pipe down, but for every year she was sober. Her son's heart simultaneously grew colder. He started hanging out, selling bags in the projects, checking the young chicks looking for hit and run prospects. He was fascinated by material objects, but he understood money never brought respect. He built a reputation.
Yeah, I'm getting teary-eyed.
Really?
Yeah.
This is deep.
This is deep because, like, I know he might be talking about one person, but this is a lot of people's story in the hood, bro. A lot of people young don't have anybody. Like, and for those of you that are looking from the outside and be like, how you 13 and don't got nobody? It's so many things that go on, bro. There's people who are 13, like in the hood, you don't have a childhood, bro. You go right into adulthood as soon as you hit your teens because you have to survive. Your mom could be on drugs. Your father's not around. You live in Section 8. You live in an apartment. You're going to face-to-face. You know what I mean? When I was young, we used to go to face-to-face. Put in the comments if you know what a face-to-face is, bro.
Your mom has 2 jobs.
What, a face-to-face?
No, I'm saying your mom could have 2
Your
jobs.
mom could have 2 jobs. Your mom could be on drugs, and it's like,
This is bad.
This is personal. This is dope.
Yeah, what is face to face?
Put it back to
Objects, but he understood money never brought respect. He built a reputation because he could hustle and steal, but got locked once and didn't hesitate to squeal. So criminals he chilled with didn't think he was real. You see, me and niggas like this have never been equal. I don't project my insecurities on other people. He fiended for props like addicts with pipes and needles, and so he felt he had to prove to everyone he was evil. A feeble-minded young man with infinite potential, the product of a ghetto-bred capitalistic mental. Coincidentally, dropped out of school to sell weed, dancing with the devil, smoked until his eyes would bleed. But he was sick of selling trees and gave in to his greed.
These are bars. Yeah.
Everyone trying to be trife never faced the consequences. You probably only did a month for minor offenses. Ask a nigga doing life if he had another chance. But then again, there's always the wicked that knew in advance. Dance forever with the devil on a cold cell block. But that's what happens when you rape, murder, and sell rock. Devils used to be gods, angels that fell from the
cell block. That's what happens when you.
And he was like, yo, you just did a day. Because when you're young, you go in and out. Like, they don't really hold you for that long.
Yeah.
But then he said, ask the lifer if he had a second chance. You know what I mean? Dancing with the devil in a cold cell block.
When you murderers.
How you feel about this, yo?
I just feel like he's telling a true story. He's waking up people's unconscious mind, right? We live in an unconscious mind. Throughout the day, you go to work, you're unconscious. You're not thinking. But he's waking up your unconscious mind and realizing there's people out there like this. It might be you right now living it.
Right. And remember, boys and girls, don't take the easy road. Take the hard road. Figure it out, bro. Don't be like, yo, I'm going to just stand out here and just hustle. Be like, yo, I got to figure out another way to do a legal hustle. Because, yo, I tell my kids all the time, I got 17 kids by like 11 women. You know what I mean?
But how do you feel about... What are you
And I
talking
tell
about?
them,
You gotta
he always
pause.
talks over me. And I always tell them, yo, the internet is mad money on the internet. Yo.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. For him, like Immortal 6, he's talking about a lot of people in his day that had no way out. There's only way to sell drugs. I guess you go to school, but back in the 90s, you can't open up an Amazon Prime business and not Prime, but FBA business. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know what I mean?
It's harder back
You
then.
had to stand in Spanish Harlem and sell the Boricua flag before the Saturday parade, before the Sunday parade. You be at the festival on 116th like this selling flags.
So what you did back in the day, you should sell the car.
I have my personal.
Oh, do that story. Tell the story real quick. Story time.
All right, real quick. So I used to hustle air fresheners. You know the little trees, the vanilla aromas and all that, the pine tree. So I used to hustle them on 138th Street Bridge that take you into Harlem, 155th Street that take you to Polo Grounds and up to the Heights. And I got dragged by a car. I had that shit. I had the Sauconys on, and I took the laces off the Saucony and I put it around my sign and I put the billboard in the car. And the dude grabbed the sign and he didn't realize that shit was trapped to my neck. Dragged me like just like 40 miles an hour on the highway. He was like, yo, you better let go. I was like, yo, I'm not letting go. And I let go. I did a thump, landed on my feet, and that was it. Yeah. Shit hurt.
The top, there's no diversity because we're burning in the melting pot. So Billy started robbing niggas, anything he could do to get his
I
respect
like that.
back.
His name is Billy. You know, William, Billy. You know, you're gonna be in tune for that. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
You know, I
The
like
nickname
that.
for William is Billy, fool.
Come on.
So Billy started robbing niggas, anything he could do to get his respect back in the eyes of his crew. Starting fights over little shit up on the block. Stepped up to selling mothers and brothers the crack rock. Working overtime, making money for the crack spot. Hit the jackpot and wanted to move up to cocaine. Fulfilling the Scarface fantasy stuck in his brain. Tired of the block niggas treating him the same. He wanted to be major like the cutthroats and the thugs. But when he tried to step to him, niggas showed him no love. They told him any motherfucking coward can sell drugs. Any bitch nigga with a gun can bust slugs. Any nigga with a red shirt can front like a blood. Even Puffy smoked the motherfucker up in the club. But
Oh my God, this is full circle.
Yeah.
Why he just ratted on Puffy? He ratted on him about that, even though he never got convicted.
Yeah. But Shine took the hit.
But why is Immortal Technique out in that?
I don't know. Immortal's been
They have beef with him?
I said at the beginning of this video, my man don't hold his tongue back, bro. That's all I can say about Immortal Technique.
Nah, I don't like that though, bro. You just outed niggas and shit like that?
I don't like that, bro.
Nah, I'm no Diddy. We know Diddy around here.
So
But,
tell him Immortal Technique. I don't give a F if you like it or not. I did it.
but I'm just saying, damn. Like,
You
if
didn't tell. That's public record.
how was it public record? He would have got convicted for that fool's public record game.
Yeah, but
Money talk?
Sean took the blind.
Okay. The blind.
shirt can front like a blood. Even Puffy smoked the motherfucker up in the club. But only a real thug can stab someone till they die. Standing in front of them, staring straight into their eyes. Billy realized that these men were well guarded, and they wanted to test him before business started. Suggested raping a bitch to prove he was cold-hearted. So now he had a choice between going back to his life or making money with made men. Up in the sight, his dreams about cars and ice made him agree a hardcore nigga is all he ever wanted to be. And so he met them Friday night at 2:45. Everyone tryna be trife, never face the consequences. You probably only did a month for minor offenses. Ask a nigga doing life if he had another chance. But then again, there's always the wicked that knew in advance. Dance forever with the devil on a cold cell block. But that's what happens when you rape, murder, and sell rock. Devils used to be God's angels that fell from the top. There's no diversity because we're burning in the melting pot.
Jesus. Devils used to be gods from up top.
They drove around the project slow while it was raining, smoking blunts, drinking and joking for entertainment, until they saw a woman on the street walking alone. 3 in the morning, coming back from work on the way home. And so they quietly got out the car and followed her. Walking through the projects, the darkness swallowed her. They wrapped her shirt around their head and knocked her onto the floor. This is it, kid. Now you got your chance to be raw.
What?
So really,
That's a thing back in the day? People used to do stuff like that? He's saying that to be down, you have to do something of that nature. I'm not going to say what it is, but allegedly do that. You guys know what I'm talking
Not
about.
on my block.
Yeah, I don't know. What they talking about?
Not on my block, but he's just telling the story.
Yeah.
He's not saying that this is a normal thing. This is just something that Billy did. He wanted to be down. Here's a chance to go raw.
Wow,
It's
Double
kinda,
entendre.
it's kind of disturbing a little bit.
Yeah.
And knocked her onto the floor. This is it, kid. Now you got your chance to be raw. So Billy yoked her up and grabbed the chick by the hair and dragged her into a lobby that had nobody there. She struggled hard, but they forced her to go up the stairs. They got to the roof and then held her down on the ground, screaming, "Shut the fuck up and stop moving around." The shirt covered her face, but she screamed and clawed. So Billy stomped on the bitch till he broke in her jaw. Them dirty bastards knew exactly what they were doing. They kicked her until they cracked her ribs and she stopped moving. Blood leaking through the cloth, she cried silently. And then they all proceeded to rape her violently. Billy was made to go first, but each of them took a turn, ripping her up and choking her until her throat burned. Her broken jaw mumbled for God, but they weren't concerned. When they were done and she was lying bloody, broken and bruised, one of them niggas pulled out a brand new 22. They told him that she was a witness for what she'd gone through, and if he killed her, he was guaranteed a spot in the crew. He thought about it for a minute, she was practically dead, and so he leaned over and put the gun right to her head.
I'm falling and I can't turn back.
Little Mobb Deep sample.
I wonder if this is like a true story. Or is he telling like a fictional story that happened, like, not that happened, but like it's almost like explaining how whack the streets are and like how evil it is, right? He's like, trying to portray something?
Yeah, I don't know. It could be a true story. It's kind of dark, though.
How are people that evil, though?
It went really dark, though. Like, it went really dark.
You know what it is? A lot of people walk around like God's not watching. That's people's problem. If you walk around like God's not watching you every second, then that's how you get into shit like this.
Yeah, G.O.D's watching, my blood.
I'm falling and I can't turn back.
Right before he pulled the trigger and ended her life, he thought about the cocaine with the platinum and ice, and he felt strong standing along with his new brothers, cocked the gat to her head and pulled back the shirt cover. But what he saw made him start to cringe and stutter, cause he was staring into the eyes of his own mother. She looked back at him and cried cause he had forsaken her. She cried more painfully, and when they were raping her,
What?
his whole world stopped. He couldn't even contemplate. His corruption had successfully changed his fate, and he remembered how his mom used to come home late, working hard for nothing, cause now what was he worth? He turned away from the woman that had once given him birth and crying out to the sky cause he was lonely and scared.
It doesn't make sense.
He raped his mom.
He's great.
He raped his mom, babe.
How do you even know? Like, that's your mom, gang. Oh, he knew, but I guess Immortal technique wasn't telling us in the song.
No, I think he didn't realize, or maybe his brain start like messing with him, and he start thinking of his mom.
Oh, okay, that's a good point
You know
too.
what I mean? Just different. You know, we gotta ask Immortal technique. Can we get an interview, bro?
But only the devil responded cause God wasn't there. And right then he knew what it was to be empty and cold. And so he jumped off the roof and died with no soul. They say death takes you to a better place, but I doubt it. After that they killed his mother and never spoke about it. And listen, cause the story that I'm telling is true, cause I was there with Billy Jacobs and I raped his mom too. And now the devil follows me everywhere that I go. In fact, I'm sure he's standing among one of you at my shows. In every street cipher listening to Little Thug's flow. He could be standing right next to you and you wouldn't know. The devil grows inside the hearts of the selfish and wicked.
Why would he say that? Even if this is a joke, or not a joke, but this is a story. Why would he?
It's not a. He's. It's like the shock value of it. He's
Yeah.
saying like every time you stand in the cipher and you hear this little thug talking about the demonic shit, that's the devil, bro. That's what he's saying. These kids is out here drilling and talking. You're doing the devil's work.
But why would he even like? Wow, this is shocking. I'm lost for words, pops.
Yeah, this is deep.
Next to you and you wouldn't know. The devil grows inside the hearts of the selfish and wicked. White, brown, yellow, and black color is not restricted. You have a self-destructive destiny when you're inflicted, and you'll be one of God's children that fell from the top. There's no diversity because we're burning in the melting pot. So when the devil wants to dance with you, you better say never, because a dance with the devil might last you forever.
It's kind of weary. Like this song is kind of like eerie because these kids are dying, rapping and dying. Like they're rapping death. Like they're literally dancing with the devil. These kids are rapping about death, destruction, murder, ops, dead out, and then they end up dying.
That shit's sad.
This is deep, bro.
This give me chills. Rating 1 to 10.
I'm gonna give this a 12 or 20 out of like the highest rating possible. Thank you, Mr. IT.
The story he portrayed, like I was literally like thinking of the story as he was saying the lyrics. Like I was just imagining what's happening. It's weird.
Yeah.
Rating. You know, I'm so lost for words. It's Jerry TV. We love you. Subscribe right now. We out here. Peace.
And I know how it gets, so I gotta stay low and I move my knot. I don't trust no nigga, I don't trust no man, ain't no friends, everybody get shot. You never know how nigga gon' throw, I'm hitting the floor with a couple of shots. You better move, you better duck, either way to go, you'll get got.